Hi, folks. If you've not got here before, hi, folks. If you're in here nice and early doors, I'm just opening up what you call the lobby at this point in time. This is just a few minutes until um until I start speaking. So yeah, happy Keir Starmer is goodbye day today, everyone. This is a day I've actually been waiting for so long. Monday mornings are usually shite, boring, depressing. I had a text message from my mum saying, "Good morning, Andrew. Keir Starmer is gone." Yes! Now I want to what you call goon on something for a minute. Keir Starmer, with this new online safety bill blocking children from getting onto social media under the age of 16. He said he did it for the children. But did he not think about that when he was letting go Jimmy Savile for paedophilia and other sex crimes? Fucking double standard hypocrites, you know? Anyway, yeah, I'll give it about 3, 4 minutes and then, yeah, I'll give it to 3, 4 minutes and then that's when I'll start, right? So, yeah, hello everyone. Hiya. Hope your Monday's doing lovely. Mine is doing that bit nicer. So it's a shame it's only cool that's in here. I didn't have enough time to organise anything, right? Let me tell you, it's been so much of a shock. Um, I haven't even been around to a corner shop to grab a few, maybe coffee bears or whatever. So unfortunately, it's been up against the slates. A pizza. Keir Starmer liked pretzels. I think there's an interesting correlation of things going on all at the same time. Because last week was the last of the Keir Starmer Rent Boy trial thing. 3 people were sentenced, 2 people were not. I personally think this, what you call, 2 seconds. I'm not plugging anything here, but you know what this is? It's SodaStream, right? I think the judge in the matter situation, and he's had information from the police, MI5, etc., saying, yeah, everything's came to an end, but it's time for you to go. It's time to go anonymous, Mr. Sarma, because of what happened. Maybe they have intel about something that could be potentially kicking off in the future, so they basically said, go while you're safe. Another thing, Andy Burnham used the train to get from Manchester Piccadilly this morning to London, and he was sitting in coach H with faulty air conditioning that was making the train uncomfortably hot. Yeah, he got on the train between 8 and 9 in the morning, right? That wasn't a train that was coming, from Widnes Depot or anything like it, right? That was a train that left the depot, roughly Wembley, got into London Euston, come all the way up for about maybe 10 to 8 in the morning, got the passengers loaded, and went back down to London. Now, I can tell you something, bearing what I'm saying in mind, the train itself wasn't actually in commercial service long. maybe 2.5 hours. I could maybe nudge it to 3.5, right? And the thing was, the fault clearly was existent when it left the TMD, which is the train maintenance depot, toward London Euston to pick everyone up, go up to Manchester, and then down with Andy Burnham. I think this was a fault that had been, let's say, what's the word? Knowingly existent, maybe even potentially set up, because Coach H is a first class train carriage for Atlantic West Coast, right? Would they be having one carriage of an Avanti West Coast first class carriage unbearably hot? No. Natural honesty, I can even see trains in a circumstance where carriages have had failed air conditioning actually been the train had been taken off, because there's no such thing as openable windows or anything such like it on that type of train, known as a pendolino. If it's maybe one or two carriages, the train manager will probably authorise you to go on the train behind, which ironically it gets into Euston quicker, blah blah blah, right? You know, but to leave a fault like that churning away for hour upon hour upon hour, bear in mind it's a first class carriage, I think something's been bungled. Once it goes by 29 Celsius, it's a it was a health and safety infraction if a train guard doesn't actually start moving people into other carriages or onto other trains. But yeah, Starmer's gone. Somebody says, "Oh, we're basically just swapping the word shit for jobby." But yeah, they might be 100% right there. But what Keir Starmer has done in a small space of 2 years, not even the worst would do. So yeah, we're getting rid of Keir Starmer, but we're also getting rid of a very, very, very dangerous wasteful energy. So I suppose we do get something out of it. And Keir Starmer supposedly near tears when he's, "Oh, I'm going, fuck up." We'll get properly started with this part soon. I'm just wanting to, and I mean, normally Mondays are terrible. Oh no, not today. Yeah. It was very nice. Yeah. It's easy and understandable to say view count's a bit low. It is. But to be honest, this was such a all of a sudden change of direction by Mr. Starmer. I didn't have proper time to actually sit down and get proper like what's it called? Like proper RSVPs and stuff. Noticing Keir Starmer brought out his mad online safety bill for children, and now not only days later, we're actually we're sitting with him gone. Well, he was well known to do shitty things on the way out the door. Right? That's just the way Labour run. They're fucking idiots. Instead of saying the phrase, we've had a good running, we've had good innings, let's go with grace, they go, well, let's plant an egg bomb and then fucking run out the door. Big question is, how would Southport been feeling now that Keir Starmer's been flushed out like a fucking trolley in a toilet? Toilet. And again, because this is in such a wham flashbang type scenario, right? I'm just reading something. YouTube says if I have moderators for live, they can give them tips on how to do this and shut up, YouTube. I'm just using you as a flashlight. If you know what a flashlight is, if you know, you know. But yeah, oh well. What a lovely Monday to Texas. Yeah, we are. Alright, folks. Welcome to the Keir Starmer is Bye Bye party. Now, last time I seen a video called, insert title is So Goodbye Party. It's all these social media commentators, right? But normally, I don't really, what's the word for it? I don't really approve of any kind of weird cancel culture S videos, but this Keir Starmer fits the bill all day, every day. What a useless twat he was. My gosh. It actually is pretty awe inspiring. He's a beacon on how not to on how not to react, how not to be, and honestly, my gosh, really, I have nothing but most unbridled. I'm just positioning myself up. He's got honestly the most unbridled position control of evil in a 2 year radius. I've never quite seen something like this before. I really haven't. And it's absolutely disgusting that he could do so much nasty in so little time. Uh, I just don't. I really don't. I really don't know how. I mean, like we've got the Waspy women, we've got Southport, we've got farmers, we've got the Jews, we've got a long list of people that have been profanely hurt, not just mentally but societally by Keir Starmer, his two-tier justice thing. My gosh, the level of absolute indifference to the London Golders Green attack that affected the Jews. All he did was send a paltry little tweet. Right, and a tweet is less than 140 keystrokes, right? And he thought that was enough. Nah, not at all. Not even fucking remotely. The Waspy one has been completely ignored. Guess who else has been ignored? Oh yeah, the post office Horizon people. They've been ignored by Keir Starmer entirely. And I think that's sickening because a lot of people ended up on like severe fraud charges. A lot of people committed suicide. You know what? Keir Starmer loves suicide. You know why? He can get all the dinky divers in the freed up housing stock. Well done, Keir. Fucking idiot. But yeah, it's young. But yeah, instead of magnifying on what ill he did, it's the fact that he's gone now, right? And somebody did say, "Oh, yeah, well, another Labour MP will be behind." Oh, bloody well, was it PM, right? Another Labour PM will be behind. It's just swapping shit for jobby. No, I can understand, but this is taking evil out of the situation. This is taking unbridled evil out, and it gives us a wee teeny bit of time to actually give a motor to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out time, you know. That's where I'm. Might I say it as well, I was never really political until about 2 years ago, 2014. No, 2014. You know what I mean? 2024. I was never interested. I was that uninterested about politics. See when it came to Brexit, me and my mate got fucking stoned. And see for the indie ref period, I was too depressed to care. I would have preferred, and which I did, travel down to Carlisle after my morning shift and stayed in Carlisle till about 10:30 at night just to make sure I wasn't going to get caught up on all of that fandango. Right? Honestly, yeah, so that's where things are at. Yeah, I'm just checking the time for something because, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's time to celebrate. You know, we're not going to have a type accent, that fucking Dalek type accent, right? We've not got him now, right? I think there's a causative link between the Envoy case come to an end and him hanging up his political boots, right? I think one of the safety organisations, safety my arse, right, have told him if he stays about, there could be a risk, an actual legitimate risk, not just a type, right? An actual risk. So it's like, yeah, you've had a good innings, on you go, Keir. I think I said that earlier on, but anyway, it's nice to be repeating the truth. I think there's possibly something behind that, and it's weird. There was a case that I had to go as a witness, right? A usual procedure, a citation handed over to you from a police officer at your door. Then you turn up at the court, you say your stuff, and that's that. The bastard gets sentenced, right? But that didn't quite happen with Mr. Starmer. He was away being a interglobalist freak show in other countries, and instead of actually being actually in the court, giving this information, asking what's asked for him, etc., etc., etc. Right? But it's Keir Starmer after all. He could do what the fuck he wants. He was a prosecutions guy not so long ago. But ultimately, if it's a situation where your house and a car were torched, yeah, that's criminal damage at its very slightest. And criminal damage cases are quite often you need to see a full case through court wise, and you have to be in attendance every day. Not him. But anyway, yeah, it just seemed to be gaff after gaff with him. I am not moving. About 20 days later, bye. Aye, Kia. Goodbye, and make sure the door fucking hits you on the way out. You cunt. Kia the cunt. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Kia the cunt. Da, 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 da. Up the bum. And I tell you something, that why is he chasing for guys where he's got a girlfriend? Here's the answer. She's dry down there. He ain't satisfying on the bedroom. He doesn't look like a guy who could satisfy many in a bedroom. I mean, if you look at like fucking like what Chris Jericho, that's a fucking bat the ball at the park scenario. I mean, for instance, like hey, Captain America from the Marvel movie, he's like, right again, bat the ball at the park. Keir Starmer, are you in yet? Oh my goodness, I'm just checking the time with that. But yeah, it's amazing for him to be away and not affecting us unless you're in England and you fall onto his desk with regards to prosecution. Yeah. See if I was Lady Starmer and I got him fucking dabbling with male prostitution, I'd fucking backhand his face. Yeah, I'd go and look for something heavy and fucking twat it around his head. Fuck that, you dirty troll hoormeester. You know? Keir Starmer's a dirty whore. Aye, yes, a dirty whore. Dirty whore, Keir Starmer. I didn't spit there. A dry run and spit, if you know what I mean. Dry run. That's the story of her Fanny. Oh, I wish I had something a bit more substantial in the cup. How may I pair of glasses off? Like, see when a guy takes his glasses off, normally it looks quite alright. Me an exception, but when Keir Starmer takes his glasses off, he looks fucking revolting. Hey, I'm surprised anybody could get half of him when he pops the glasses off. Woo, woo. Yeah. One thing Keir Starmer said in the last 24 or 48 hours was he was smashing the rape gangs. No, he was enabling the rape gangs, let's be honest, because of his role before Prime Minister. He was a prosecutor in Emily. It was, apart from Keir Starmer and Jimmy Savile, right, he let go 73 other rape and sexual harassment, sexual assault cases. Like, what the fuck? I think my view count isn't too high because because the fact that I'm talking about all the cases and I'm not using the shushy words and the cutie cuddly words, the A word, the B word, the C word, or anything else, and I'm no fucking trying to sell you a Saily mobile thing. I don't have Saily, I'm not a fucking idiot, right? You know, all these mad influencers, they sell pure nutter shite that nobody needs. Saily, Sim, I said I could just sim, you fucking fuck bagger, right? And then you've got Morgan and Morgan, right? This is Scotland, right? Morgan doesn't even have jurisdiction in Europe. It doesn't have jurisdiction on this side of the fucking planet. It only has jurisdiction in the United States of America. Why fucking plug that shit? You cunt. There we go. We're getting there. It's been a while since I did a live. Last time I did, there was, let's say, a wee bit of naughtiness. Somebody trying to, a guy that I know from school pretended to be somebody else to fling a slur at one of my audience. Fuck him, right? So there we are. But the problem was it was dealt with very quietly. In fact, what the situation was, you know, the person was posting various amounts of shite, and every time I didn't answer, it wound the guy up. Right? It wound the guy up severely, and that's when they turned around to one of the audience, right, and called him something that would be known as defamatory, right? 3 days later, ding dong, bang, bang, bang on the door. Right, the person that actually slung the defamatory remark at this person is actually at his door, 9:01 in the morning, to do an enforced visit. Happy days. The point I'm trying to say is, don't try and troll people over the internet. They may already know you. In the face, the person got the troll opened the door, and he immediately recognised who it was at the door, and his face went white with shock. Happy days, motherfucker. Right, right, well. So, the rest of the day, I'm going to be going to work from home about what, like 11 type area. Right, but yeah, I really did want to drop in ASAP with you all to say happy Keir Starmer is bye bye day. Woo! I'm doing it almost like a kind of cancel culture type YouTubers. Normally, I would abhor that kind of thing, but Keir Starmer is goodbye and party. Let's go. This is mad doing a one man party in a fucking kitchen. Here we go. Here we go. Keir Starmer's a dirty hoe. Keir Starmer's a dirty whore. Keir Starmer's a dirty hoe. Oh, oh, oh. I've got two versions of Keir Starmer as a dirty whore. That's the O-R-E at the end, and the H-O. Keir Starmer's a dirty hole. Keir Starmer's a dirty hole. Dirty hole, dirty hole, dirty, dirty, dirty hole. Woo! And Keir Starmer is a beast enabler. Beast enabler. Beast enabler. Now then, how's about that end here? Yeah, tenure as Prime Minister is gone. Woo! Yeah, here we go, here we go. You know, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's time to celebrate. He's probably way up to Hyde Park Corner toilets to meet a guy and masturbate. There we go. There we go. Keir Starmer's gone. No more scorn. Keir Starmer's gone. And now, question is Andy Burnham going to be our Prime Minister? Very most likely, baby. And you know, somebody said, "Oh, that's just replacing shite with shit." It might be, yeah. Okay, fair enough, right? Okay, fine, but major fine. We're getting evil out of number 10. I mean, Mandelson thing, the kind of American kind of ambassador Mandelson type geezer, right? He turned out to be a fucking nonce, wasn't he? Keir Starmer protected him to fucking hell. Is Keir Starmer a fucking nonce? Keir Starmer, are you a nonce? Imagine that, on top of all the rest. I mean, they were Ukrainian rent boys, right? They weren't aged any more than about 21, 23 type area. You know, so it's, you know, it's a young cock is bigger. I'm talking about 18 above, of course. Keir Starmer's a whore. Fucking whore. Keir Starmer's a fucking whore. Yes. Oh, yeah. Dance to the freedom. Yes. And what's going to happen with that? Was it the online safety bill for kids? I really don't know. I mean, is Andy Burnham going to actually reverse it? I don't quite know. I'm just keeping an eye of time. But yeah, who actually knows in that one? I would hope Mr. Burnham does reverse things that Keir Starmer put in place, you know, and get things better. I mean, Burnham did do a massive turn with regard to Manchester as a local bus network, now known as the B network. But who knows? All I can say is it's play again for Keir Starmer leaving. Woo! Bye bye nonce. Bye nonce enabler. Yeah, I called Keir Starmer nonce because he got Jimmy Savile free of charges 2 times over, and that guy, a US ambassador type guy, Mandelson. There we go. Fuck you to the fucking disco. Fuck you. May you go to hell upside down, you mad wallopper. Here we go. I don't normally do that kind of here we go shit, but you know, let's be honest, it's crazy times. Here we go. And I'll still be doing walkie-talkie videos more or less every day. Fuck yes. It's not just politics that gets on the walkie-talkie, it gets pretty much anything within eyeshot gets on the walkie-talkie. And we probably will be looking into the progress of Mr. Manchester, right? So I'm going to be heading out in a minute or two. I just want to say thanks to that. I'm not too sure if it was just one person that was on my live, or there's more, but YouTube didn't quite what was the word? It didn't quite collect the rest. Who knows? But yeah, this live video will be on the YouTube channel from now to at the end of time. So there we go. So if there's been multiple folk watching this video and partying along and all that stuff, thanks for joining. If it has just been one, thanks for joining in. Ultimately, whatever, I'm not too fussed about numbers. I think YouTube probably kind of keeps things contained when there's certain naughty words, and I don't use the shushy speak because I don't do shushy speak. I just tell it the way it is, and if people like it, fine. If they don't, suck on the bobby. But anyway, folks, I am going to head off now because I'm going to be going out very, very quickly. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you soon.